If you are a plus size woman, you're probably having difficulty finding fashionable clothing, fashions that are up to date and stylish and comfortable. But we did a survey with our 60andMe community of women, and we have some ideas for you. I've got about 20 stores in the United States and all over the world too, where you can buy fashionable plus size clothing. I'm Margaret Manning with 60andMe, and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Now, I am not a skinny woman. I would be considered plus size. I wear 14, 16 clothing, and that in our society is considered plus size. And I'm really aware of the challenges that we face because most women, whether they're plus size or not, in their 60s want to look and feel on the outside like they do on the inside, and they want to be, looking beautiful in style and with clothing that suits them, but is not old-fashioned and dowdy. So when we at 60andMe, we often write articles about fashion, and we get comments sometimes that why did you not use any plus size women for that particular picture for your article? And the answer is, this is the truth, we can't find them. We have to use licensed photographs, and we just cannot find beautiful pictures of women who are considered plus size to use with the articles. And so there's a great opportunity for someone there to start a stock photo business because they just do not exist. So we use licensed pictures, and we do our best to match style to the appropriate article. Now, so where can you find fashion that's for plus size women, for older women that doesn't always focus on this youth and slenderness model? If you look at all the young stores on the high street, they're actually designed for people who are a size 8 to 10. And they may be beautiful clothing. Some of the styles I love, but you look for the size extra large or 14, 16, they don't go that high. Large is where they stop usually. Now, there are some high street shops like H&M and Zara that, believe it or not, are offering XL or XXL clothing. They may not be targeting older women who are plus size for these clothing because there's lots of younger women who are also in that size category. But at least they're trying, to acknowledge that plus size girls and women do like to have fashionable clothing. They want just what everyone else is wearing, just to fit them. Now, change isn't happening fast enough yet. We know this is a process, and we can influence the fashion industry. We have a voice. Women over 50, 60, we are, we're controlling a lot of the money in our economy, and they should be given the message. Make nice clothes for us in sizes that fit us. There's a group called Mass Mutual Financial Group that made a survey, and it's something like 60+% of the wealth in the United States is controlled by women over 60. So it's a very big number, and we do, it may even be more than that. And it's actually indication that we are buying clothing, looking for clothing that fits us, and we're prepared to pay for it. So you can help. You can share plus size clothing options with friends. You can let people know where you buy your clothes and where they have respect for the fact you want fashionable clothing at your size 14, 16. And I don't know who determined that was plus size anyway, because I think it's the average of most women in United Kingdom and United States and probably most of Europe. So I think that, anyway, we've got an influence that we can make. We need to tell the world we deserve to be fashionable. Why not? And, I think it's up to us to, like most stereotypes around aging, push back a bit. Push back by asking, when you go into a shop and they say, oh, we stop at size large or size 12 is the largest we do. So, well, did you know that my age group really would appreciate, and just start planting seeds? Because I think this is important. So let me give you those shops that you can shop at that have great fashion for older plus size women. This is our 60andMe community is made up of about 500,000 of them. And they gave us some advice. If there's anyone from the fashion industry here listening, this is not made up. This is for real. We have a lot of women who care about this. They want to look great in their 60s, and they're not going to compromise. So comfort's important, of course. I've mentioned that because when you get a little older, it's like, you're not so interested in how people are judging you. You want to feel good. And the weight is not a problem as much anymore because just things hormonally happen to you. You just want to feel healthy and you want to be healthy. So if you're a size 14 and you're healthy and well and fit, that's great. You want clothes that match your lifestyle. So here's some of your favorites. These are the stores in the United States that people have recommended, and I think I've got them more or less alphabetical, so we'll just jump in. I won't probably read them all because in the article that accompanies this video, you can see exactly where people are shopping. So some of them I don't know about, so maybe there'll be news to you as well, and that's a definite plus. Okay, edition L, the Avenue. Know about the Avenue? Chico's. Chico's is really popular. I think it's because partly the material that they use for their clothing, and it's just, you know, a very fashionable line as well, but they have a wide range of sizes. So Chico's, I do know. Christopher and Banks. Dress Barn, I did know about them. J. Jill, a lot of women shop at J. Jill, and also Kohl's, Land's End, Lane Bryant. Now that's the plus size shop that everybody knows for being plus size, but they actually do have some nice clothing. I used to live in the States, of course, and I shopped there sometimes as well. And I think they're they start at size 14. So and that's about where most of us start. And so that's Lane Bryant. Making It Big, Melissa McCarthy. I didn't know she did a fashion line, but QVC, of course, and HSN, Pennington's, Reitman's I'd heard of, Soft Surroundings, some of the very popular one. People mention that all the time. I think partly because the fabrics are super comfortable and cozy, but also they try to make them fashionable and up to date and across a spectrum of sizes. Woman Within, and Yazdi. And I've shopped at Yazdi, and I don't know whether it's still around, but when I shopped there, it was very bohemian and sort of influenced by India, Turkey, those kinds of countries. Lots of beautiful color and silky, but just interesting. Bohemian fashion in a size that would fit women in that plus size, putting it in quotes, category. Now, there's also, of course, we have lots of women in Europe and Australia, so I'll just go through a few. In Europe, 50 plus. Romans is on, I bought clothes from Romans, tops on Amazon, so that you can buy their clothing through Amazon. But Romans is definitely one that sells very nice. They're a little conservative, but I think that if you want a basic top and you want it to fit you and you want it to be in a color that's, interesting, then that might be useful. So Navabi, Corvisa, I think it's Italian brand, and Yours Clothing. Now, these are ones that were mentioned by women in our community. So if you've got others, if you're living in Europe or in the States, and you've got plus size shops that you go to all the time, please leave the notes below in the comments. We really would appreciate it, because there's just thousands of women out there who want to know where to shop online or in real, bricks and mortar shops. So please let us know. Then in New Zealand, Australia, we've got Laurel King, Maggie T, Rockman's, and The Unique You, and a shop called Miller's. Those are the ones that our community mentioned as being really good for plus size in all, like United States. I didn't get too many in Canada. That's a very good point. If you're in Canada, would you leave us some notes as to where you shop if you're a plus size woman? And please don't think I'm being prerogative about plus size. I know people are sensitive about that, because plus size just means size 14, 16. And that's, as I said before, where most women live in that body. And I wanted just to share with you really quickly why I think this is so important. It was one of the cards that we put together in our Aging Beautifully deck. And it's this one about, loving your body. And if you don't love your body, if that isn't where you start, then it's really difficult to feel good about looking for clothing that's fashionable, as opposed to clothing that just covers you up. And a lot of people do that unnecessarily, I think. So it says, choose your clothes consciously. Is there an outward expression? This is in the back, a paragraph. The outward expression of who you are. Notice that particular fashions and colors make you feel different. They make you feel like you. Be bold in your own way. And if you're plus size, you've got every right to look good and feel good. So please let us know where you shop, and take a look at our list and kind of validate yes or no whether that's where you're going as well. And I look forward to hearing your comments and feedback. I'll be there looking at it too. Have a really wonderful day, everybody, and thank you for sharing your comments. Thank you for being here as well. I also want to mention to you, 60andMe is on multiple channels now. We have a few news sites I'll mention real fast if you're still here with me. It's She Cruises, Learn to Simplify, and Retire Different. They're all sister sites to 60andMe. And we felt that it was useful to have some niche categories that where people could, if you like to cruise, you can go to She Cruises. If you are interested in retirement, Retire Different. And if you want to look at, simplification, downsizing, that could be something like co-living, co-housing, or just photographs, simplifying your clothing collection. All those are there for you too. We try to give you a wide range of things that of interest to older women. So thanks again for being here. Have a fabulous day, and we'll talk to you again very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.